Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a very exciting evening of music here at From the Top. I'm your host, Peter Dugan, and we have a historical string quartet that's going to play for you this evening. Now, as many of you know, we have tons of musical families who come our way on From the Top and who we featured on the radio and on our virtual concerts. But this is something quite special. We now have a string quartet made up entirely of siblings. This is the first time it's ever happened on From the Top. 4 siblings completing a string quartet, 2 violins, viola, cello. It's very exciting. Their name is the Stars Aligned String Quartet because, of course, the stars would have to align pretty nicely for that instrumentation to work out in the family. And they are the Breshears family. We have Colin, we have Dustin, Valerie, Starla. They range from ages 8 to 14. And you're going to be meeting them this evening. We're going to have some fun. We're going to play some games. I want to encourage all of you to get into the chat section. Tell us where you're watching from. Let us know how you're enjoying the program. And when it comes time for the game, be sure to participate. And with that, let's turn things over to the Stars Aligned String Quartet. They're coming to us from San Francisco, California. Please welcome them. They're going to start things off with some Borodin. Wow. Give it up for the Stars Aligned String Quartet. So great to see you guys. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm better now. That was so beautiful. Tell everyone what you just played, and then why don't you go around and introduce yourselves? We know you're all siblings, but yeah, you want to get us started there, Dustin?
Yeah, we just played Borrowed in Second String Quartet, first movement.
My name is Starla, and I'm 13.
My name is Colin, and I'm 8. I'm Valerie, and I'm 11.
I'm Dustin, and I'm 14.
Wow, I have so many questions for all of you. But first, I'd like to know what a typical day is like at the Breshears household. I assume the first thing you do is, the gentlemen put on your tuxedos, the ladies put on your gowns, and you have a very formal breakfast together. Is that about right? Am I onto something there?
You're very far off, actually.
Oh. Well, then correct me.
Okay, well, we wake up in the morning around 7 and on weekdays, and we eat breakfast, usually cereal or yogurt, and then we go to school. It's been online because of the pandemic.
It's been online on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but on Tuesday and Thursday we have music classes in person.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
And then after school we come home, we take showers, and then we have a lesson with our chamber teacher over Zoom for 2 hours, and we each play scales at the beginning, and then we rotate. Someone goes outside and plays. So somebody plays scales, and the other 3 go outside and play wall ball. Yeah.
Wall ball. So alternating between scales and wall ball.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then what about, do you also then have to do like your individual practice time too? Or so how does that work?
Yeah, after we do our lesson with our teacher, we eat dinner. And after that, depending on what's coming up next, if it's a chamber concert or competition or an individual concert or something like that, we practice individually if we have a solo concert. And then if we have a chamber concert coming up, we practice together.
Wow. Busy. Thank God you have that wall ball time though.
Yes.
So it's great that all of you play instruments in such a combination that you can form this string quartet. Was that intentional, or how did you each choose your instruments?
Well, our dad would take us to an orchestra that he managed, the youth orchestra rehearsals, and we really loved what we saw. And I chose to play the cello because I liked that it was big.
I chose the violin because of the high range.
And he wanted to be different than Starla.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually we weren't there when they were observing instruments and watching rehearsals. But when we saw them practicing, we were like, oh my goodness, I want to do this too. And we're jealous, so I wanted to be like Dustin, and Colin just decided to play the violin too.
And then
I came home one day from school, and then I took out a viola.
And how old were you?
I was 6 when I
6 years old, and you just decided to march to the beat of your own drum. Be a violist. I like that. So my understanding is that there are other siblings as well, in addition to the 4 of you. I'd love to meet them, but before we do that, do you think you guys are going to stick together as a quartet? Like, how long have you been doing this, and what do you see as the future of the Stars Aligned Quartet?
We've been playing for as a quartet for I think 2 years now, and after Dusty goes to college and is old, we're gonna have a trio, and after that, Starla's gonna go, and we're gonna have.
And then you're gonna add Delilah.
Yeah, we have someone younger. Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
3. There's 3 others.
We have 3 other siblings.
But as long as we're living together, we'll still be a quartet.
I love that. And
Here's our siblings. Delilah
Yay.
plays the cello. Here's Delilah. She'll eventually be in the quartet. Here's Serenity. She's 4 years old and she plays the violin. Delilah is 6 years old and plays the cello, and Adelaide is 8 months and is not yet playing an instrument.
Hi, Adelaide. Wow, why haven't you started an instrument yet? Clearly, you have all that it takes to get started. Oh my gosh. So precious. Thank you for introducing all of your siblings to us. Wow. So nice to meet you guys. So what do you think, Adelaide, when the time comes, what instrument is Adelaide going to play?
I think she
For
wants
those
to
of
be
you
like
watching,
me.
oh, sorry, say that again?
We all have different opinions, but I think that she'll play the violin.
I think she'll be playing the cello.
Or maybe it's time for a pianist.
I don't think anybody will want to play the piano.
Wow. No love for the piano, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dusty.
Let's get to some more music. I think you're going to the next movement of Borodin next, if I've heard correctly. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about this piece.
Well, we were first introduced to this string quartet when we were watching a Pixar a short animated film. It's called The Match Girl, and we really like the music, and so it only has a third movement in it, and we started playing the third movement, but we decided, and then we eventually we learned the whole quartet, and we decided to play the first and second movements today because we've never performed those.
Whoa. So what you just played to start the concert was your first performance of that?
Yes.
Wow, you guys, congratulations. That's a big deal. Great. Let's go ahead now and have the second movement whenever you're ready. Take it from the top. Yes! Give it up for the Stars Aligned String Quartet, the Breshears siblings. If you're just joining us, these four siblings are coming to us from San Francisco, California. It's the first time we've ever had a string quartet on From the Top that's made up of four siblings. So it's very exciting. If you listen to our program, you haven't heard them yet, but you will be next month. They're going to be featured. So you can find that either by listening on NPR, by going to fromthetop.org, or better yet, subscribe to the From the Top podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And you'll hear them next month. Also, you'll be hearing about the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation. Some of you probably already have heard about the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation. For over 15 years, From the Top and the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation have partnered to give out scholarships to young musicians who have financial need. And those scholarships are $10,000 each, and they total up to $200,000 a year. It's a really wonderful thing, and the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation is an amazing organization. We're so happy to have them as friends and partners. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, because two of the Breshears siblings have been awarded Jack Kent Cooke Young Artist Awards. Let's bring the Breshears back on to congratulate them. Dustin, Valerie, congrats on being Jack Kent Cooke Young Artists. Now, all of you are, of course, exceptional musicians. You have these beautiful instruments, but I want to hear about what you two did with your award.
I'm very fortunate to have the Jack Kent Cooke Award because I've been on a half-size violin for over 3 years, and I've completely outgrown it, and I needed a new instrument, but we didn't have enough money to buy one. And now, since we have the Jack Kent Cooke Award, I have purchased a 3/4 mitten bowl.
Well, congrats. It sounds beautiful. Tell us about your instrument there, Dustin.
Yeah, thanks to From the Top and the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation, I've been able to buy an instrument, or I will be able to buy an instrument that was made when Bach was 36. Once I accrue enough funds, additional funds.
Wow. Awesome. And, it's funny because, Dustin, I was noticing in that last piece, you have such a rich, kind of old school sound, if you know what I mean. The way I can tell you just love to just slide up there on that G string, and it's just beautiful the way you play. So I think it'll be fitting when you have an old instrument like that. It's just going to magnify your already beautiful sound.
Thank you.
I want to hear a little bit about what's going to happen next on the program, because my understanding is that you guys are getting into arranging music as well.
Yes.
So who arranged the next pieces we're going to hear, and talk about what those songs are?
Me, Dustin, and Starla have arranged
We rearranged them together. Yeah.
arranged them together.
Oh, right. So these are going to just be trios?
Actually, so we're going to play Edelweiss and Simple Gifts. And we originally arranged Edelweiss for a string trio, but we decided to add a viola part when Colin started playing viola. And for Simple Gifts, we decided to keep it as a trio because we wanted to keep it as simple as possible.
Simple Gifts. I get it. Okay. So let's get into these. Let's hear Edelweiss and Simple Gifts whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, that was magical. That was a gift in itself to all of us. What a beautiful performance! And you arranged that yourselves, which is just that much more impressive. If you're just joining us, these are the Breshears siblings. Together, they form the Stars Aligned String Quartet. Just gorgeous stuff all evening. That's Starla on the cello, and we have Colin on the viola, Valerie and Dustin on the violins. So great to be with you guys. If all of you at home are enjoying the program, please consider making a gift to From the Top. We are an independent nonprofit organization, and your generosity makes it possible for us to keep doing what we do. So we really, really appreciate that. And now it's time for our game. Now, listen up, you guys, because I understand that you four are very competitive, and that you've been really prepping to get involved in this game. And normally we do things like, is it a composer or a cheese? Serious stuff like that. We have lots of games about composers, but we're going to kind of flip things upside down, okay, this week, because now instead of being trivia about composers or stuff like that, it's about you four. The game is actually about the four of you. Now, here's how that's going to work. What I am going to need all of you to grab some paper, something to write with. So if you have a way, nice. I see you're prepared. I'm going to ask a question, and you all have to secretly write down your answer.
Okay, should we go away from each other?
Yeah, or just don't look. I mean, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
So the first question, I'm going to ask one question about each of you, all right? So we're going to start with the question about Colin, all right? The question is this, and your goal, by the way, whatever Colin writes down, the other three, you want to try to write the same thing that he wrote. You want to guess what he's going to say. All right. So the question is, if Colin could have a superpower, what superpower would he choose? All right. So you want to, and Colin, you put down the answer. Only you know the true answer. What would Colin's superpower be? Mine would be just an infinite stomach so that I could eat all the desserts I want and it would have no effect. Anyway, how are you guys doing? You have your answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin, you have your answer written down? All right, so Colin, you go first. Hold up your answer to the camera. No, to the camera. Yeah. Being a violist forever. That's a great superpower. All right, now the three of you come and hold up your answers to the camera. We'll see what you guys came up with. Not falling asleep during practice. What? Mining gold.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was flying or swimming.
Making gold. Oh, making gold.
Flying
And
or
what did you write, Justin?
Flying or swimming. I don't know.
Flying or
Flying or
having
well,
gold.
Well, I mean swimming.
all right.
I mean,
No
nobody
points.
guessed that.
No points that round.
Dang it.
Being a violist forever. That's the sweetest superpower I've ever heard of.
All right, next up is going to be Valerie. And the question for Valerie is, what makes Valerie laugh the hardest?
I
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So you guys have to try to put down the answer that Valerie's going to put down. All right, you think you've got yours? You know what it is?
Yeah.
No.
All right. And you guys can keep your answers nice and concise. You don't have to write down the whole joke. When two guys go into a bar and one is, it doesn't have to be like that. Okay. All right. So Valerie, hold up your answer.
Everything. I basically laugh at everything my siblings do, or basically, yeah, anything.
Everything. All right. So what did everyone else write down?
I put thinking she's taller than Colin.
Being silly.
Yeah, I put Colin. Yeah.
Being silly.
What the?
Well, I think that all of you three get a point because if the answer is everything,
That's true.
then technically you're all right. So that's a point for all the other three. All right.
So now, next up is going to be Starla.
Okay.
All right. If Starla could spend a day with a fictional character, someone from a movie or a book or a TV show, and she could spend a whole day with someone, what character would she choose to spend the day with? You guys with me on the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Has to be a fictional character.
Fictional character. Yeah. Don't go putting Brahms, Beethoven. Yeah. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Character. I'd love to hang out with Mr. Harold Potter, and get in on some of his good magic.
You have yours written down?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Valerie's the one that knows the books that I like.
I don't know.
Also, anyone from the
personal.
Fellowship of the Rings would be good for me.
I'll just write personal.
No, Colin.
I think he and I would have a great time. Guys, I'm trying to stall for you. Do you have an answer written down?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's go. So Starla, hold up your answer.
Okay, mine was just Tris from Divergent.
Oh!
Sorry.
Did
Did anyone put
Almost.
Tris from Divergent?
Yes.
No, I put Monk. Mr. Monk.
Monk is, okay, well, Monk is
Okay.
like,
What did you
Yes,
put
I got
down,
it.
Colin?
wait, Colin, no, he wrote that after.
I wrote Uriah because that's her favorite character from Divergent.
I mean, he's kind
Oh,
of
you know what? I think if you got Divergent right,
Yeah.
I'll give you a point for that.
Okay.
Colin, did you write Tris after she said
Yes.
Yeah,
he didn't write
yeah.
anything down.
She didn't write
it?
anything.
That's definitely cheating, and that one we can't accept that answer. So now you're all tied
Okay.
because Valerie just tied it up. All right, and so here comes the fourth question, and this one, of course, is about Dustin. If Dustin could have any sweet in the world right now, served to him just like that.
Okay.
The sweet food.
Oh, I know the answer.
A food?
A
A
sweet.
sweet.
Well, a sweet.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
A
A sweet,
sweet
one.
food.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, and I mean, if you're at home and want to tell us in the chat what sweet food you're craving, go for it. I could go for a cheesecake right now. I could go for apple pie, warm apple pie with vanilla ice cream, which sounds pretty dang good to me.
Oh, I know the answer.
Tell us what you're craving. Okay, Dustin, do you have your answer down, bud?
Yeah. Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, hey, whoa! Did everyone else already write theirs?
No, I mean I wrote
Oh.
mine. I put plain sugar.
I put sugar, chocolate, macaroons, Haagen-Dazs.
I
So
put
does that
apple,
count?
You put like every possible
I
answer.
put apple pie.
Apple pie. Now, Valerie, when did you put Haagen-Dazs
Huh?
down?
Before you said it.
Yeah.
So do
Before
Yeah.
you said
But
it?
it looks like she wrote it first.
Oh,
Well, she didn't spell it right.
Well, hey, wow. Okay, spelling doesn't count, and I think that if she had it down, then that's good enough for me. So that puts
No.
Valerie
You spelled
up.
chocolate right.
It looks like
That-
me and Stella
That
are
puts
tied.
Valerie in the lead. All right, we have two more questions. These ones are just all you're going to write is a name.
Okay.
And it's going to be one of your four names, okay? So the question, and don't share it until I tell you to.
Okay.
And on this one, the goal is just to be in the majority. So
Okay.
I'll explain how the scoring works. But just put the answer that you think is correct. All right, first question. Who's the messiest? Who's the messiest?
I know.
Okay, once you, no, hey, Colin, don't you cheat. Okay, does everyone have their answer
I
down?
think
Yeah.
we all wrote this.
All right, everyone hold it up to the camera. Valerie.
Valerie.
Okay, everyone gets a point. Everyone gets a
Yes.
point on that one. All right, who's the pickiest eater?
Okay,
I got my answer.
Okay, everyone ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
We all have different answers.
Who did you put? Did you put me?
Wait.
Oh, you put
Dustin,
Dustin.
Valerie.
I put Colin.
Oh, you
I
put
put-
Colin. Who put Colin?
I did.
I put Colin.
I put Valerie.
Colin's
All
not
right,
the
so that's a
messiest
point.
either.
You're the
That's a point
messiest.
for Starla, and it's a point
For
For-
Dustin.
for
Yeah.
Dustin.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you two are in the lead. And
I'm
this
in
is
the
the last
back.
question. This is it. This is the end of the whole game. Who sleeps in the latest?
That's all.
I got mine.
I already got mine.
Colin, I love your enthusiasm.
Me.
Starla.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So that's it. That's the final
Okay, I
results
lose.
is the tie between Starla and Dustin, if I've been keeping it score correctly.
Great job, everyone. Beautiful job on that game. And I hope that all of you at home enjoyed that too. Personally, I just love seeing you guys have a good time together. I mean, you four obviously work really, really hard, and it's so clear that how much discipline that takes. But I just want to say, like, for me to sit back and watch the four of you just goof off and have some fun is really, really nice to see that, because it's so important that when I have siblings too, and we like playing music together, but in the end of the day, like, you have to have fun together. So that really warms my heart. And I think I speak for everyone watching when I say that. So now get your instruments and back to work. We have one more piece to close out the night, and it's going to be something particularly beautiful by Mr. Beethoven. Who would like to introduce what we're going to hear to take us out of the program?
We will be playing the last movement, the Malinconia and Allegretto from Beethoven's String Quartet No. 6.
And before you launch into that, I just want to say thank you to everyone watching at home. We so appreciate your taking some time to support our young artists. And most importantly, thank you to the Stars Align String Quartet. All four of you are fantastic, and we're very, very grateful to you for this performance. And with that, let's hear some Beethoven. Give it up one more time for the Stars Align String Quartet, the Breshears. Dustin, Valerie, Colin, Starla.
Bravo!
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm Peter Dugan. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.